What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Student Section Podcast, where I am your host, YooItzQuise, joined by my co-host,
Cavo.
And J. Les.
And today, we got a lot to talk about. So look, NFL, Champions League, World Baseball Classic, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on over the weekends, and we got to talk about it. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, and let's dive in. So first things first, I want to get into NFL free agency. A lot of big names, a lot of big money was thrown at people this weekend and during the week. Kev, will talk to me. Anybody that really stands out to you?
Yeah, I just want to start off with our divisional rivals, the Ravens, who fell off the trade with Max Crosby. He failed his physical. So the Ravens kind of basically just lost that trade, that whole deal. Max Crosby would have been an ideal signing for them. I think for Lamar Jackson, thinking about it that way, could have felt ideal for him to win a ring. But that didn't go through. They signed Trey Hendrickson. But I think Max Crosby is probably the biggest name that probably for their free agency. I think they really wanted him. I think they just lost because they just lost a bunch of free agents. So, yeah, Max Crosby, that deal was off. Ravens, I think they just lost the whole trade.
Yeah, I don't know how it fell through like that. We know he got surgery in January for his knee. He injured that last season. And he's still on crutches as recently as this week. But why would they go through with the trade in the first place if they knew his injury history? And that doesn't change the fact that he's this elite player like he is. So, yeah, they go sign Trey Hendrickson, but then they back out of the trade, and that will have a big domino effect not only on the Ravens but on the Raiders as well, because they just signed all these players to these big contracts. They got Tyler Linderbaum, they got Nakobe Dean. Obviously, you have the number 1 overall picks. They have Fernando Mendoza coming in next year. But now you have the Max Crosby contract back on your books. So I definitely think they're going to look to trade him to somebody else. But now that he failed his physical, they're not going to get 2 first-round picks like they did from the Ravens. They're going to get maybe a first.
Yeah.
But probably not even that, because all these other teams, they have the leverage now. Because the Raiders, we've seen, they want to get rid of Max Crosby, even though he might not want to leave. They already traded him to the Ravens, but now he's back. So now every other team knows that they're trying to trade him. So they can't leverage him saying, oh, you might not get him, so you have to give us 2 first-round picks or whatever.
Yeah.
So they have all the say in what the trade looks like in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I just don't know who else is going to want to go after. You know, you fail physical once. Are they going to want to go after Max Crosby again, even though he's a great player?
Yeah.
But
I think some teams in the NFC East could. I heard the Cowboys were pretty interested. Jerry Jones has talked about it a little bit. They just traded for Rashawn Gary. But again, they could do the same thing with Rashawn Gary. They could nix that trade as well. Because obviously Max Crosby is way better than Rashawn Gary right now.
Thanks.
And then I also think the Eagles could be on the books for Max Crosby. They lost out on Nakobe Dean as well. They lost Reed Blankenship. They lost a couple more defensive pieces. So I think they could bolster that defensive line with Max Crosby for sure.
It's kind of interesting because, like, the Ravens championship window is right now. And I don't know how much longer they're going to have it because every year they go to the playoffs, right? Well, obviously this year they kind of struggle to get in. But, like, every year they go to the playoffs and they always lose, whether it's a drop catch, not making the right play at the end. And one other free agent, they just traded their tight end, Isaiah Likely, which I think he's going to ball out, be a top 5 tight end now because he's not in the Ravens system anymore. But I don't know. I feel like they gotta do something. And I don't know if they willingly knew Max was going to fail the physical and still try to pursue him, or if they didn't, who knows. But I definitely think you got to add someone of Max's caliber to your team to help you get over that playoff hump because guess what? The AFC is going to be stacked next year. Broncos are going to be good. Hey, the Colts are getting their quarterback back. Oh, guess who else is getting their quarterback back? Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes is coming back, which another free agency just happened over there. And Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP. I want to talk to you guys about that. I don't know how you don't re-sign your Super Bowl MVP. What do you guys think about that?
You want to go, Kevin?
Well, yeah, having Mahomes back with the MVP running back, I think that's not favored for everyone that goes against the Chiefs. You know, now they're against contenders before the season starts. You know, you have Mahomes who's going to come back. You have Kenneth Walker who was just having an amazing season with the Seahawks. So as everyone was praying for like the dynasty to fall off, now they just signed another pretty good running back.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like they just can't go away from being contenders, and it's just kind of annoying just seeing that. But I also agree. I don't know what the Seahawks are doing with Kenneth Walker. I don't know much about what was going on there, but I saw he was with the Chiefs, and I just don't. I just disappointed how it's going to end up.
Yeah, I was surprised. Kansas City signed him out of all teams. I thought the Denver Broncos obviously would have made a hard push for him. I thought like the Jaguars, because I know Travis Etienne probably wanted to leave. I thought they would have probably made a splash at him. But for him to sign with the Chiefs is crazy, because I thought the Chiefs were just going to go the draft route and get Jeremiah Fears, a generational talent.
Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love. My bad, I'm thinking of basketball. Jeremiah Love, a generational talent running back. So for them to go out and get him, and they also re-signed Travis Kelce too, one more year.
Yeah.
So they're going to be around for at least one more year, and still going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
Another player I want to talk about is Mike Evans, wide receiver who spent 10+ years over there in Tampa Bay, is leaving what he knows and is going over there to play with Brock Purdy. How is that going to turn out?
I think it'll be good for the Niners just because they've had a lot of turnover at wide receiver the last couple years. Obviously, Deebo Samuel was very good in 2022, I believe, but then he kind of fell off. Now he's in Washington with the Commanders. The whole Brandon Ayuk thing, he's going to be on his way out. I'm hearing they might cut him even today.
Has Burrow even seen him over the last month? Have we even heard anything?
I don't think so. I think he's just kind of MIA right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a young guy, Ricky Pearsall, and then you pair him with Mike Evans, who's just been that consistent. He's just been Mr. Consistency throughout his whole career. Obviously, he started a career with 12 straight 1,000-yard seasons?
Yep.
And he was injured last year for a little bit, so he didn't reach that mark. But when he's healthy, he's one of the most consistent guys on the board. I kind of pair him with like that Keenan Allen kind of guy, where for the Chargers and for the Buccaneers, they were just, if you're in trouble as a quarterback, you can just throw it to them and they'll try to bail you out. And they, 90% of the time, will succeed with that. So I think it's good for the 49ers and Brock Purdy as well, just to have that kind of security blanket on offense.
Yeah, Mike Evans, he's a big boy at wide receiver. Definitely he's one of those receivers go up and get those 50-50 balls. Kind of reminds me of Michael Thomas earlier years in the Saints. He's not really a flashy wide receiver. He doesn't really break off of his route super quick, but, I mean, he can make some tough contested catches. So shout out to Mike Evans getting paid. Shout out to New Beginnings in free agency, and hopefully it works out well for you. Another key name I want to talk about, we kind of talked about it last show, but the viewers won't get to hear it, is that man right there on the screen, Breece Hall. That transition tag, the hostage tag, whatever you want to call it. That man made a post on Twitter, I believe, saying he wants to contend one day, and it looks like it's not going to be that year or that day coming anytime soon. So what do we think about them franchise tagging Breece Hall?
I think it's good for the Jets just because he's a young guy. You can try to work out a contract extension, even though I don't think they'll be able to. My prediction is they'll eventually trade him at this year's deadline. So they're trying to get better. They just re-signed. They just got Geno Smith.
Are they
brought back the GOAT, Geno Smith. So.
Do you think they're doing it for picks? They're just using him just to get picks. So they're going to trade him around?
I don't know. I don't think he's as bad as he was last year, especially because the Raiders, they're just not good.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders, Brock Bowers just injured the whole year. So, like, who is he throwing the ball to? You know what I mean? But now you have Garrett Wilson. You got Breece Hall as well. And you got some other guys that are serviceable enough to plug in offense. So I think he'll be fine. They'll still probably be fourth in the division. But, yeah, I think Breece Hall is he's probably mad right now.
He's super talented, though.
Yeah.
You know, he's a shifty, explosive running back in the backfield that makes plays, timely plays, too. And it just feels like his offense, his team, and most importantly, his coaching is what's holding him back. He's been through, 3 different head coaches in the last couple of years? Hackett, Saleh.
Not Hackett. Gase, Saleh.
Yeah, Gase.
And Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to thrive in a system when you're constantly having to learn a new system. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully Breece Hall can have one of them type of years, and pray the Jets can get back to the winning culture they know, right?
They know winning culture. I don't think they know that.
They would know, man. They would know.
Back in the
Another
Mark Sanchez days.
Mark Sanchez
Back
days.
in the day.
Mark Sanchez was one of the GOATs, man. He's pretty good.
He's not anymore.
I feel like he had one good year. Speaking of quarterbacks, though, Kyler Murray, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, he said it, man.
It's a mouthful for sure.
They got released. Surprising or unsurprising?
I say surprising. Well, yeah,
You think
I
they
don't
gave up
know.
on K1 too easy?
yeah. To be honest, yes. But I just didn't see it working out anymore. They're kind of just playing it for the long game. They had Jacoby Brissett playing most of the end of the season for the Cardinals. They were kind of just playing to play.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what was going on with Kyler Murray. I can't see him being Cardinals franchise quarterback. He's what, 24?
Yeah, he's young, bro.
Yeah, I just don't know if he was just too injury prone, but releasing him for the Cardinals I think is good. Although they just have Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback now, as their QB1.
And don't forget about Gardner Minshew.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he's leaving, ain't he?
He just signed.
No.
Kyler Murray gone. I just don't know who I can see him signing with. Surprising, yes, kind of, maybe so. I just didn't really hear much about him, so I'm not a Cardinals fan. So maybe they agree with them releasing Kyler Murray.
Now, what about Tua?
Tua,
You saw that one coming?
yeah, I did see that one coming. They had Quinn Ewers, who they were just playing for the remainder of the second half of their season, who was decently well at Texas, and I think he was just picking up his form in Miami. I think it's good they give him a chance. Tua, a lot of concussions, feel a little bad for him. I just don't think that was what was affecting his game. I think it was probably just a confidence factor. But maybe having a new journey somewhere outside of Miami could be good for him.
A change of scenery is always good.
Exactly. Yeah.
The Dolphins did just sign backup quarterback Malik Willis, and he is going to do great things over there with Waddle. If Tyreek Hill comes back and A-Chain, they're gonna do amazing things over there. What do you think about Malik Willis and them cutting Tua?
I don't know. I think they overpaid
Malik?
massively for Malik Willis. He's made 8 starts in the league, 9 starts. They paid him $67 million.
67.5.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know. What's the point in that? I mean, I get it, giving him a chance, but you should give him a 1-year deal, like the Daniel Jones deal.
See, I like that. I like
From last year.
I like the 1-year deals because, as a Broncos fan, we threw lots of money at Russell Wilson, and what'd he do? Lead us in the wrong direction. I mean, it was Broncos country's let's ride. No, it was Broncos country let's cry, bro. So I'm all for signing 1-year deals in free agency to have the players prove to you that they're worth the money. Because I don't have no problem signing a good player if they're going to produce. But lately, all it's been is bad signings. Like even the Kirk Cousins when he went to Atlanta. Eventually, he got replaced by Michael Penix.
Yeah.
And he's still with Atlanta.
Yeah.
They still haven't released him. And you know about Tua. Where's he at now?
They said,
The
I'd rather
Atlanta
pay you
Falcons.
$100 million than not play you.
So they got a lefty quarterback
Mm-hmm.
that's concussion prone. His career is probably he should realistically just retire, because I don't see him starting for any other team now, and he just needs to remember that health comes first.
Mm-hmm.
His personal life comes first. So if you're not that he's not cognitive, but if you keep playing football, eventually you're not going to be all there up in the head. So
Yeah.
you got to think about yourself at some point.
Yeah.
And then Michael Penix Jr., who, again, he's not the healthiest guy in the world.
Yep.
Suffered a lot of injuries last year in college
high
at
school.
Washington and college at Indiana. And then you have Kirk Cousins, who's going to pay $160 million to be a third-string quarterback.
Sure.
And eventually they're going to release him.
Yeah.
It's just a done deal at this point. But still, I don't know what they're supposed to be doing. And obviously they have a new head coach, Kevin Stefanski. And they got these great pieces around him, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Drake London. But what do you do at quarterback? You can't win if you don't have a competent quarterback, and they don't right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, only a couple more minutes left in this segment. A couple more names I want to talk about. Travis Etienne, Jaguars released them. They made it deep into the playoffs last year. Lost to the they lost to the Buffalo Bills. And then, he's been there, 12, 11 years in Jacksonville? And then they decide, Travis? 10? No, 8 years.
No, he was drafted in 2021.
No, he spent a long time with Trevor.
In college, yeah.
That's right, they did play in college.
Yeah.
Guys, forgive me, my head is not here today. I'm all over the place with the statistics. But, the Jaguars decided to let go of their star running back, and he goes to the Saints. Another prime location to say for free agents. Anyone want to talk about Travis?
Again, the quarterback just doesn't move me at all. I think Tyler Shuck played better than Michael Penix ever has.
Yeah, he was on
So
the
they
heater.
they should definitely give him a chance to start the season and ride that out. And they obviously have Chris Olave still, and they have some nice pieces on defense with Brian Bresee and other stuff like that. They did lose DeMario Davis, who's been a key linebacker for them for the last 7 or 8 years.
My question is, you go out and get a guy like Travis Etienne, what does that mean for Alvin Kamara?
A trade is imminent, to be
Trade or
honest.
retirement?
I think he's got a little bit left in the tank.
Yeah.
I think so too.
There's not a lot of those receiving backs left in the league. So if he could, as long as he stays healthy, I mean, it's always a question mark with these older running backs. As long as you can stay healthy, play at least 13, 14 games in the season, I think the Broncos could use him,
Oh, yeah.
even though they really need that bruiser kind of running back. That's why I wish we would have got Kenneth Walker. Like, he would have been ideal for us. And he's young, too. Kenneth Walker's only 25 years old.
Exactly.
And he's been in the league for, 4 years already? He's pretty young compared to other guys. But, yeah, Kamara, I think he could go. Maybe the Texans, they might be looking for somebody. And then maybe the Jaguars. Obviously, they're out on Travis Etienne now. So they have shoes to fill at the running back position. I think they could maybe swing a second-round pick
free
for him.
agency over?
It's over. I mean, it goes on forever.
No.
People
so
can
it's-
officially start signing today.
Hopefully there'll be someone that didn't like the deals and some that come back, because the Broncos definitely need someone, because we only sign people internally and not externally. And I think the same thing for the Seahawks. The Seahawks haven't spent any money on anyone outside their organization. So I think both of those teams are being stubborn right now, but they also think, hey, if you're the Broncos, you're just one quarterback breaking their ankle away from going to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the Seahawks, you've already won the bowl, but you don't bring back your best player. And they've also let go.
Best player's crazy.
Yeah,
Best player's crazy.
like that's crazy. And Woolen, they let him go too.
That's fine.
You're fine with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't move me at all. And he's
Okay.
not even their cornerback one.
Kevo, talk to me. Any last person that signed these free agency deals that you're like, what are they doing, or I'm happy for them?
Yes. My Pittsburgh Steelers, Michael Pittman Jr. I like
Michael
that.
Pittman Jr.
Now we have a wide receiver 1, DK Metcalf, wide receiver 2 with Michael Pittman Jr., and then we also have a wide receiver 3 with Calvin Austin III if he stays healthy. I honestly am liking the way we're doing. And we just had a running back, Rico Dowdle from the Panthers, who just had 1,000 rushing yards last season. I like that. And then we also have Jalen Warren, who was reliable, just pushes through everything. We don't have Kenneth Walker, but we have Kenneth Gainwell.
Mhm.
I like that.
No,
I like
he
the way he
left.
was produced.
He left.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
Yeah.
What?
He left.
When did he leave?
In free agency.
No, he didn't. Oh, fudge. But I still like our running back duo that we have, Jalen Warren and Rico Dowdle. But I still like our wide receivers. We still need to produce a quarterback. We still have Aaron Rodgers. We haven't heard what he said, but we still have Will Howard as our QB backup. But I do Michael Pittman Jr. I think he was reliable with the Colts. I like that signing for the Steelers. Mike McCarthy, we'll see what you cook up with them. Hopefully you don't sell the bag with 3 good wide receivers, and we just got to figure out the quarterback.
Yeah, that offense got a major upgrade.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers is going to have a field day on moonballs the DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman Jr., so I'm excited to see it.
It
So
will not be Aaron Rodgers. It'll be Kyler Murray on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, I could see that. Honestly, I can see that, and I don't want that to happen.
stay tuned. We'll be right back for soccer.
Buccaneers.
When
I
was
didn't
this?
hear that.
2-year deal, 2 days ago.
Damn.
Oh my God.
That shit is not.
Lyle Ren. Lilo Ren. Is this live?
Lyle,
Hey, when he
calm
comes
down.
back, instead of me talking to him, come back. Yeah, man.
Cut that out.
All right, so we're starting off with Champions League. What an amazing round of 16 draws for the leg one. There was good matches. I made a bracket myself, and honestly, my picks are going pretty bad right now. Galatasaray 1-0 against Liverpool. This is the second time Galatasaray beat Liverpool. They beat him earlier in the league phase. I was watching that game, and Liverpool honestly was just a little bit of a bombshell. They can't really produce anything right now. Mo Salah is looking disappointing. He was just Ballon d'Or candidate last year. He was top 5, and now he can't really produce a run or any passes. Galatasaray might come through with this. Now they play at Anfield at Liverpool. We'll see how that one goes. My Barcelona tied against Newcastle in the last seconds. Barcelona was looking a little iffy. We got a little players that got injured. We managed to tie it at the end, literally in the last seconds with a penalty from Lamine Yamal. Now we go to Barcelona and we play there. Now we have a new stadium that should hold like 90,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Now we only have 62,000 because they're still having a little bit of reconstruction. But the last game we had where we were in a tournament, we needed our fans, and they showed up and they had like a bunch of flares and all that. You could just hear them. It was really loud.
Excited.
And that's what pushed them to play a lot better. So now this is Champions League. They want to win this one next. So having their fans behind them is like ideal. So I think this will be amazing for them to play at home in the second leg. They're tied 1-1, so it's all even right now. I think playing at home is a good advantage. It will help them be motivated and play a lot better. So I think Barcelona will go through with that one. Another game I want to talk about is PSG. The reigning European champions are finding form at the right time. I had Chelsea beating them, but it was 5-2. Previously when they just played.
That game was yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was just yesterday. It was like 3-2. PSG was leading for the majority of the game. Chelsea tried coming back, but PSG just keeps on coming. And now they're like finding form at the right time. It's 5-2, so I feel confident that they're going to go through. I wanted Chelsea to go through because I wanted the champions to be knocked out already. But yeah, PSG are just doing good right now. I also want to talk about Real Madrid and Manchester City. 3-0, Fede Valverde, first half hat trick. It's really impressive, despite me being a Barcelona fan. That was a good hat trick. 3 goals in the first half just helped them push through at their home stadium. I saw an interview yesterday where the players were walking through the tunnel, and there was a journalist asking them, like, do you guys believe in the comeback? And all the players were saying yes, like the comeback's inevitable. They're playing at Manchester City's home. I think they might be able to get it done. I don't know. They have so many good names, but they just didn't produce yesterday. Maybe I might say it would have been a little lucky that Valverde scored a hat trick in the first half. But I think Man City can pull it off. They're another team that can definitely do it. Yeah, I hope they don't make it through. Their rivals, they're just not the team I look forward to seeing pass through every time. And then probably the last team I want to talk about is Bodo Glimt. They're a team from Norway. These guys have been beating like top teams throughout the whole tournament.
Really?
So they're kind of like the dark horse team. They're like having a
sleeper.
They're having a whole fairy tale run right now. And now they just beat another good Portugal team 3-0. So they're looking confident going into their next game away. But they've beaten big teams. They're still continuing a fairy tale story.
Running off that momentum will take you far.
Yeah, and
give you
their
that
fans.
confidence you need.
Exactly, yeah. Their fans are only like 15,000 people like that watch. It's like not a lot compared to everyone else who has like at least 30,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they're just a small team from Norway. They're making history for their fans and their own team. I feel confident that they will beat Sporting. Then they have to go against Arsenal, who's probably the favorite to win the whole Champions League. I think that's where it might end, but still, it's an amazing one from them. So, I actually enjoy watching their soccer. Their chemistry is actually, like, as a team, it's amazing to see. So, from a small team, producing it big. It's amazing to see sometimes.
Who do you still see winning the whole thing?
I put for my bracket. I had Bayern Munich, who destroyed Atalanta 6-1, and then I still have Barcelona. I'm still gonna rep my team. We'll see how that goes. But I have Barcelona winning the whole thing.
Yeah. Coach used to say, "You ain't a dog, you dog food." So I don't know who I'm gonna go for. I'll say PSG. They looking nice, man. They looking nice. Almost blew out Chelsea. So I'll say PSG. What about you, Jacob?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm riding with the guy, Kev.
Okay. All right. I gotta be different, you know.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, okay. My one of my producers in camera group was at. Who are we going for? Okay, we're going for Barcelona.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Three-headed dragon, Barcelona. They're taking it all the way.
Yes, sir.
Any injuries or anything happening going on, or?
Barcelona is going through a little bit of injury crisis. A couple of the key midfielders just got hurt. They have a week to maybe get healthy. Some of them might be out for a month. Other than that, I think everyone else has been pretty healthy. All the teams have been doing fine. Tottenham's goalkeeper went through a little situation. He got subbed off in the 17th minute, which is really short. But I feel bad for him. As a goalkeeper that loses his confidence because they scored 3 goals on him, but it's technically not his fault. The soccer field that we're at is really slippery, so he kind of costed him 3 goals, but I don't think it's his fault. But other than that, other injuries haven't been major, just for my team.
My other question, and I'm sorry because to all the viewers, I'm not really caught up that well on soccer, but in big moments like this in champions, you know, in like football and basketball, you see a lot of fights, a lot of anger being spilt on the field. Is it kind of the same thing with soccer? Have there been any teams kind of jaw back at each other and push each other?
Yeah, Manchester City and Real Madrid always go against each other every year in the tournament. They're always just drawn to each other.
Okay.
It's always a banger. They sometimes do get in a little bit of arguments, but they're probably the team that always scuffle. Atletico Madrid, they're a team to be known like rough and rowdy. They get physical with a bunch of teams, but Real Madrid and Manchester City is like the rival that always just scuffle with each other because they're always drawn every year to play against each other. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Last couple seconds, we got to tell the viewers anything about this Champions League. What would it be?
I say Bayern Munich is are the favorites in my eyes. I'm a Barcelona fan, but I say Bayern Munich can't take the whole thing. I want PSG to be knocked out, and I want Real Madrid to be knocked out. Yeah.
All right. Guys, stay tuned. The best basketball, best baseball, best NFL analysts will come back and talk about Baseball World Classic. Stay tuned.
Lyle, calm down.
Take it away.
It's your co-host, Jay Liz. I'm coming to you guys with some World Baseball Classic. Pool play has just wrapped up as of last night, which was March 11th. We got a graphic on the screen. Funny enough, this graphic was made before the tournament, and 7 of those 8 teams have made it. Can you guess which one didn't make it? It's
Mexico.
Kevin's team, Mexico. They lost last night to Italy. Thanks, Italy. We love the Italians.
Capiche.
They make good pizza. They make good pasta.
That game, dude. We honestly, Italy they look good. They beat USA, who are considered the favorites.
We don't talk about that.
But they honestly, I was watching that game. It was 9-1 or yeah. Italy looked good against Mexico. I was really I honestly thought Mexico had it, and I thought they were gonna want to keep it under 4 runs to eliminate USA, but no, that did not happen. No.
Yeah, I don't know where they came from, but they're just playing with that type of fire that you usually see teams like Mexico play with, and Dominican Republic and Venezuela, where they're so animated on the field. Whereas the U.S., trust me, I wish they were more into the game, but they're just kind of going about their business. They'll hit a home run, they'll round the bases. They won't show any emotion at all.
Right.
They just act like they don't care, and that's my gripe with them, is that all these other teams are playing like they're actually representing their countries. And that's what we're doing in the World Baseball Classic, is we're representing our respective countries. And the U.S. is kind of just like, we're the favorites. Mm-hmm. We should be winning, so we're not going to have fun at all.
Right.
And look what happens. You go down 8-0 to Italy. And they scored 6 runs at the end to make it close. But you should never be down 8-0 in the first place.
Yeah, and then they had to put their hands into Mexico.
Yeah, and then they don't even hold their own fate. They have to hope that Italy beats Mexico again, which luckily they did. Thank you. So we're moving on. I still think we're the favorites to win the whole thing. Go figure. I'm just berating us about not showing enough emotion. But I think that this Italy game, where we go down and then we try to come back and then we lose a heartbreaker at the end, and then we luckily make it off of the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
I think it'll light a fire under us. So I think we're favored. I think we're favored to win now. We play Canada tomorrow night, which is Friday, March 13th. Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I think Dominican Republic are my favorites now. They're playing. They're like you were saying. USA is playing with like no joy. Dominican Republic is probably one of the teams that is playing with the purest joy.
They're one of the favorites, and they're actually one of my favorite teams to watch, just because, like you said, the emotion they play with.
Right.
They'll hit a home run in the first inning.
And they go crazy.
Crowd's going crazy.
Yeah.
It takes them 30 seconds to round the bases because they're over there going like, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
So that's just what the World Baseball Classic is, man. It's just a bunch of emotion, representing your country, playing for your guys who are only going to be your guys for these couple 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they go on their own way onto whatever major league team they're playing.
Yeah.
But for these 2 weeks, they all are able to connect with each other. And that's what I love about the World Baseball Classic.
Last things to talk about. You want to tell the viewers any last thing? What would it be about the Baseball World Classic? What should they keep
So obviously,
in mind?
pool play is done with. We're down to 8 teams. Those are USA, Canada, Japan, Korea, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, the Dominican Republic, and, of course, Italy. Italy has surprised everyone. They're 4-0, but I think the favorites are still the U.S., the Dominican Republic, and Japan, but I got Italy as the sleeper.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, that concludes our episode for today, guys. We just want to say we appreciate you guys for doing everything, showing us love and support. We have been nominated for an award, but we can't say too much, so stay tuned. Keep up with us on our socials, and see you guys next time.
Peace out.